Welcome, fellow cosmic travelers, to the vast universe of international relations. Just as we gaze up at the night sky and try to make sense of the celestial bodies above, scholars and policymakers attempt to understand the complex dance of nations on our pale blue dot. Theories of international relations are our telescopes, allowing us to zoom in on the intricate workings of global politics and zoom out to see the bigger picture. Think of these theories as different lenses through which we can view the world. Each one offers a unique perspective, highlighting certain aspects of global interactions, while perhaps overlooking others. By understanding these theories, we can better comprehend the forces at play in our interconnected world. We'll meet the brilliant minds behind these theories, the Einsteins and Hawkings of international relations, if you will. Their insights have shaped how we understand the push and pull between nations, the formation of alliances, the causes of war, and the pursuit of peace. So fasten your seatbelts and prepare for liftoff. We're about to embark on an intellectual journey that will take us from the realist vision of a world driven by power and self-interest to the liberal dream of cooperation and shared prosperity.
Section 5. Marxism and Critical Theories, the Economic Forces Shaping Our Global Galaxy. Now let's zoom out and observe our cosmic neighborhood through a different lens, one that reveals the underlying economic forces shaping the very structure of our international galaxy. This is the realm of Marxism and critical theories in international relations. Here we see a universe not of equal celestial bodies in harmonious orbit, but of economic cores and peripheries, of exploitation and resistance. Karl Marx, the pioneer of this school of thought, saw history as driven by economic forces and class struggles. In the context of international relations, this translates to a focus on how global economic structures shape political realities. Immanuel Wallerstein's world systems theory, an offshoot of Marxist thought, divides the world into core, semi-periphery, and periphery nations. The theory argues that this structure is not accidental, but a result of historical processes of capitalism and imperialism. Antonio Gramsci's concept of hegemony adds another layer to this cosmic picture.
Section 6. Feminism, Illuminating the Hidden Stars. As we continue our cosmic journey, let's adjust our telescopes to reveal a set of stars that have long been overlooked, the realm of feminist international relations theory. This perspective is like switching on a special filter that suddenly makes visible a whole new spectrum of celestial bodies, previously hidden from view. Feminist IR theory, championed by scholars like Cynthia Enloe and J. Ann Tickner, argues that traditional approaches to international relations have been inherently masculine, overlooking the crucial roles and experiences of women in global politics. At its core, feminist IR theory seeks to gender our understanding of international relations. This means examining how gender as a social construct shapes and is shaped by global politics. Feminist scholars challenge us to rethink fundamental concepts in IR. For instance, they question traditional notions of security, arguing that we need to consider not just state security, but human security at individual and community levels. Section 7. Post-colonialism, Echoes of Past Galactic Empires. As we voyage further into the cosmos of international relations theories, we encounter a perspective that asks us to listen closely to the echoes of the past, post-colonialism. This theory is like a cosmic archaeologist, uncovering the lasting impacts of historical galactic empires on our current international landscape. Post-colonial theory, developed by thinkers like Edward Said and Homi K. Bhabha, examines how the legacy of colonialism continues to shape global politics, economics, and culture. At its heart, post-colonialism challenges the Eurocentric narrative that has dominated traditional IR theory. It argues that we cannot understand current international relations without acknowledging the historical processes of colonialism and imperialism. Post-colonial theorists introduce concepts like Orientalism and subaltern voices to our cosmic vocabulary. Said's concept of Orientalism describes how Western powers have historically constructed and dominated the Orient through discourse and representation.
– Section 8. Neo-Realism, the Structure of Our International Solar System.
As we continue our cosmic journey, let's focus our telescopes on a refined version of realism, neo-realism. This perspective, primarily developed by Kenneth Waltz, zooms out to examine the overall structure of our international solar system rather than focusing solely on individual celestial bodies. Neo-realism, also known as structural realism, argues that the behavior of states can be largely explained by the structure of the international system. At the core of neo-realism is the concept of polarity, the distribution of power in the international system. Waltz argued that the number of great powers, or in our cosmic analogy, the number of large influential planets, fundamentally shapes how states interact. A bipolar system, like during the Cold War, operates differently from a multipolar or unipolar system. Neo-realists maintain the realist focus on anarchy and self-help, but they see these as constants rather than variables.
Section 9. Neoliberalism, the interconnected web of global institutions. As we near the end of our cosmic journey, let's turn our gaze to a perspective that sees our international universe as an intricate web of connections and institutions, neoliberalism. This theory, developed by scholars like Robert Keohane and Joseph Nye, builds on classical liberalism, but with a greater focus on the role of international institutions and complex interdependence. Neoliberalism argues that while the international system may be anarchic, states can achieve cooperation through international institutions and regimes. At the heart of neoliberal thought is the concept of complex interdependence. This idea suggests that states are connected through multiple channels, not just traditional diplomatic ties, but also economic relationships, cultural exchanges, and shared global challenges. Neoliberals emphasize the importance of international institutions in facilitating cooperation. They argue that organizations like the United Nations, World Trade Organization, or International Monetary Fund create rules and norms that shape state behavior.
Section 10. Conclusion, a multidimensional view of our international cosmos. As we conclude our cosmic journey through the theories of international relations, we find ourselves with a rich, multifaceted view of our global universe. Each theory we've explored offers a unique perspective, illuminating different aspects of the complex dance of nations, much like how different telescopes and instruments reveal various features of our actual cosmos. Realism and neo-realism remind us of the gravitational pull of power and the structural constraints of our international system. Liberalism and neoliberalism, on the other hand, show us the constellations of cooperation, highlighting how shared interests and institutions can foster a more harmonious global order. Constructivism challenges us to remember that our international cosmos is not just a physical reality, but a social construct shaped by our ideas and interactions. Marxism and critical theories direct our attention to the economic forces that structure our global galaxy, revealing patterns of inequality and exploitation often hidden from view. Feminist and post-colonial perspectives illuminate previously overlooked stars in our cosmic map, reminding us to consider the roles of gender and historical legacies in shaping our current international landscape.